Good day, everyone. This is Tristan from Investor Relations with Keel Team Real Estate Investments, and we are going to be looking in at the top performing mobile home park REITs, another rendition, and we're going to be specifically touching on the Q4 2024 performance. I mean, we are well into 2025, but we recently got a glimpse of how the top performing mobile home park REITs performed. And what we have seen with the sector is that it does continue to stand out for its stability despite some market uncertainties. And what we noticed with all the major mobile home park REITs are that there were some mixed stock prices for Q4 2024, but the fundamentals generally did remain strong, which is rent growth, high occupancy, and rising net operating income. So as we have done in the past, we're going to be breaking down the top players, which is Sun Communities, ELS Properties, UMH Properties, and Flagship Communities REIT, and how they performed last quarter and what that means for investors going forward. So with that being said, let's jump right in. Before we jump in, it's important to ask, why do mobile home park REITs still matter? Well, mobile home parks continue to meet a huge and growing need, and that is affordable housing. Traditional home ownership is out of reach for more and more Americans by the day, and mobile home parks seem to fill the gap without relying on government subsidies. That demand typically translates to stable occupancy, reliable rent collection, and lower tenant turnover, things investors usually care about. Even with rising interest rates and inflation, these REITs are proving that mobile home park fundamentals can remain strong. Let's start with Sun Communities. Their same property net operating income rose to $161.9 million in Q4, up 4% from the previous year. Occupancy improved slightly to 97.3%, showing that demand is still very strong. Lot rent averaged $708 per site, up 5.5% year over year, driven by inflation and tight supply. However, their portfolio actually reduced in size, down to 288 properties from 298 a year earlier. That's because Sun paused mobile home park acquisitions and shifted focus towards marinas. Their stock dropped to $122.97 from $135.13 at the end of 2023. Not due to performance, but broader market sentiment and the pivot in strategy. So, Sun still performs well operationally, but their acquisition slowdown and diversification approach are worth watching. ELS Properties continues to do what it seems to do best, consistent, steady performance. Their Q4 NOI came in at $180 million, up from $170 million the year before, a 5.9% gain. Occupancy dipped slightly from Q3, but held firm year over year at 94.4%. Lot rent rose to $870, which is a 5.5% increase. They added 736 new sites, ending the year with over 73,000 lots across 203 properties. Stock dropped from $71.62 to $66, but again, likely more about macro pressures than company-specific issues. ELS shows that you don't need aggressive growth to be a top-tier REIT. Stability and quality are carrying their model forward. UMH Properties took a different route and focused heavily on rental homes inside their communities. That strategy helped them post the highest NOI growth among the group, 8.4%, reaching $31.1 million in Q4. Lot rent increased nearly 5% to $544 per month. Occupancy dropped a little from Q3, down to 87.3%, but still higher than the same time last year. Their portfolio grew to 139 properties and over 26,000 lots. They also moved more than 300 rental homes, taking their total above 10,300. Unlike the other REITs, UMH's stock actually increased, closing at $18.88 versus $15.32 the year before. That rise signaled investor confidence in their unique model, focusing on ready-to-move and rental units to drive revenue. Now, Flagship Communities is smaller, but their Q4 growth numbers were impressive. NOI rose sharply by 17.7%, landing at $14 million for the quarter. Lot rent also had the highest percentage gain, up 8.2% to $448 per month. Occupancy remained stable at 84.8%, lower than peers but fairly typical for a growing REIT still leasing up new acquisitions. Flagship expanded from 75 to 82 communities, adding over 1,350 lots across the year. Stock price declined slightly from $15.98 to $14.99, in line with broader sector trends. So, while Flagship isn't as big as the others yet, their rapid growth and rent gains show strong momentum and are surely one to watch. Alright, and that wraps up our Q4 2024 review. And I mean, what did that really show us about the mobile home park REIT investing landscape? And what we did see from quarter four is operationally for us, UMH Properties stood out the most. Their rental home strategy drove the highest NOI growth, and it was the only stock price gain out of the four. So it's a clear sign that their model is resonating, even if occupancy is trailing behind the others for now. But next up we have ELS Properties, which delivered reliable and steady performance, which is expected. They had strong NOI growth and stable occupancy, which makes them the most consistent operator in our opinion in this quarter reporting period, even if their stock price did dip slightly. Next up we have Sun Communities, which did hold solid fundamentals. However, their pivot towards marinas and them putting a pause on mobile home park acquisitions for now has marked a very strategic shift. And that combined with broader market pressure likely contributed to their stock price taking a bit of a dip there. Next up, we have Flagship Communities, which did show strong rent and NOI growth, but its lower occupancy and smaller scale keep it a notch below the bigger players for now. But it's still worth watching them. They are growing quickly. And it is exciting to see what the rest of 2025 holds up for us. So overall, the sector remained resilient. NOI and rent growth were strong across the board, even with external market headwinds. So as we are well into 2025, we are coming close up to the next reporting period. And each REIT is taking a different path. So it'll be very interesting to see which strategy outperforms the other in the long run. So that does wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did get any value from it, please subscribe. And we have also included a free ebook that we've linked below in the description. Please give it a download and stay tuned for more mobile home park investing tips and guidelines from this blog. Thank you so much, and catch you next time.